Hello and welcome back to the Level 7 Games podcast, where we talk about video games, movies, trading card games, literally anything we feel like talking about.
The trash I left on the desk.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that sometimes.
Sometimes, if it's important trash, that's worth talking about. Then yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'll try to scoot forward a little.
Oh, okay. So, question of the week.
Question of the week. Boop, boop.
Woo! Which game would you like to see as a roguelike?
Or a rogue lite. Or a whatever. I think those are the two. I don't know. Some people call them rogue lights. And some people call them rogue likes.
Right.
I think they're the same.
Yeah. There was a third one, too. I can't remember what the third one was. It was like Rogue Game. It was just like something real...
Roguey type man. Yeah, I think that style of game has changed a lot of stuff lately. It's just been kind of the hot ticket, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can make a smaller, more compact game, I feel. And as long as it changes just enough each time you start over, it kind of cheats itself out of having to continually impress and be original because it's built into the concept. So it's kind of like what you come to expect immediately.
Right. Yeah.
Not to say that I don't like those types of games. Like, I'm still playing Hades and Returnal right now. So
I mean, Dead Cell's really the only one that I've played in depth, and I love that game.
yeah, that game's sick.
So.
I played Splunky. That was another one that I did. I played Rogue Legacy. I'm trying to think. There were some other ones. I did The Binding of Isaac.
Oh, yeah.
Played that one for a little bit. There's a few others.
Man, I have not played any of those. That's weird.
I mean, it's a very particular genre, and it's also one of those ones that's kind of hard to justify, like, buying a game for, if that makes sense. Like, it is a genre that's growing, obviously, but I think it's now growing, right? Where it's like now we're getting AAA titles in that genre type that like kind of display, like between Hades and Returnal, I think those are the two big that like really showcase like what that type of game is capable of producing. That isn't, not to say that Binding of Isaac or some of these other ones aren't like good games at all, but obviously they weren't AAA like huge games. Not saying Hades wasn't either, actually. That was just another indie game, but it was just awesome.
Right.
You gotta play that game.
I really do need to play that game.
And then I guess we should probably tell people what a roguelike is.
Yeah.
Like in case,
in case you don't know what the hell we're talking about.
So, I'm going to look it up just to be sure, but the way that I define it is essentially a game that each time you start from the beginning. However, throughout each playthrough, you can sometimes, and maybe not other times, earn upgrades that carry through from playthrough to playthrough, allowing you to get further and further into the game until you can eventually beat it. Dungeon crawl.
So, kind of like playing an NES game, but every time you die, there's a purpose to it.
Right, exactly.
And you can progress.
Okay, so that's roguelike. So roguelike is a subgenre by a dungeon crawl through procedurally generated levels, turn-based gameplay, grid-based movement, and permanent death of the player character. So it is a little different. Okay, so that's a roguelike with a K. Let's look up a rogue light game. Okay. Procedural death labyrinths. With computers and game consoles capable of more advanced graphics and gameplay, numerous games have emerged that are loosely based on the classic roguelike design, but diverge in one or more features. Many of these games use concepts of procedurally generated maps, Returnal, Hades, Splunky, all of those, and permadeath, while moving away from tile-based movement and turn-based gameplay. Okay, so a roguelite is a very specific thing, so it's good to know. I wasn't aware of that.
I had no clue they were all different words, or genres even.
Right.
Crazy.
Cool.
So yeah, that's what a roguelite is.
So it's like it keeps changing. Every time you play it, it changes just enough that it feels fresh, but it also allows you to kind of like anticipate what's coming, right? So, they'll give you the same enemy types in the same like area. So then you're like, okay, I know how to deal with this area. And then eventually you get to the second area and you're like, oh, these guys are really tough. You play through a couple times and eventually you're good at that. And then you have to play all the way through the first area and all the way through the second area each time. Maybe with some shortcuts or revisions, but anyway,
right.
Okay.
So yeah. What is your roguelite?
I think it would be cool with the recent announcement of this Sonic 2022 game. We said that one of the names could potentially be Sonic Run. And I was like, wouldn't that be sick if it was a Sonic game that was a roguelite specific, right? So it's like you'll start in the Green Hill Zone and, I don't know how plausible it is, but procedurally generated 3D Sonic maps. I mean, they do it great in Returnal and stuff, so I guess it's possible. Even 2D ones I'd be down with.
That'd be
But each time you just go through a different zone, but there are no checkpoints. There are bosses, but the bosses like kind of repeat themselves as roguelites do. So it's like you get expertly good at defeating the low-level bosses, and it just gets harder and harder until you can get all the way through. Like I was saying, maybe eventually you could upgrade like how many rings you can carry.
Yeah.
Or how many different pouches of rings. So it's like I got one pouch of ring that's like 10 and another one that's like
and maybe
100.
Even if you get to a point where you can get a Chaos Emerald, you get to keep the Chaos Emerald. That like makes you tougher, faster.
You can choose like an upgrade or something.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome. Because Chaos Emeralds don't have to obey time.
Or you could apply a Chaos Emerald to like one of your stats. You know what I mean? But it's like permanent, so you can like permanently upgrade your speed multiple times. But then your, I don't know. Like
health just doesn't get any better.
Right, exactly. I don't know how health would work besides like the rings, but would you still? I don't know.
I don't know.
But I think that would be cool if they could. I think any game could somehow work into that genre type, but that would be fun for me.
That'd be super cool.
And the cool thing about those types of games is they have replay value. I mean, that's the whole point, is they're all replay, so.
Right. And I mean, shit, Sonic already kind of feels like that, just without any power-ups or anything.
Right.
So, yeah, that's freaking awesome. And I was trying to think of one. I don't know. After hearing Sonic, that's all I could think. It's like, dang it, fun. I just wanted to use Sonic as well. We can't both say Sonic, so I tried to think of a different one. And I'm going to keep it in the Sega family, even. I'm going to say Echo the Dolphin.
Oh.
Right? Because there's been roguelikes with guns, there's been roguelikes with spears and swords and shit. I was trying to think of one that'd
There's never been where you're a dolphin.
Yeah, like underwater like stuff. And with the puzzle-heavy aspects of Echo, I feel like that'd be really fun.
Okay. I can see that.
Where it's not only about like solving the puzzle, and they wouldn't have to be like stuff that takes forever to do, because that'd be annoying to have to redo puzzles all the time. But it like, you could upgrade his sonar.
I mean, the puzzles could randomly change. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
You could get to a wall, and there'd be some kind of like shape movement puzzle type deal, like like a Zelda kind of puzzle or something. And it just changes each time.
Right. Or and then just like as you progress, you get new sonar abilities, the ability to like stop sharks, making it so you can go through areas faster. A lot like
Want to
Echo.
find the underwater aliens.
Yeah. Because that would work into it story-wise, is what I was thinking, is the foe, which is their name. And it's kind of hard to talk about the foe.
Dude, I had some pho for dinner.
It's good pho.
Shit's delicious. Some rice noodles. Hell yeah.
But, yeah, because the foe are this advanced alien race. If
is that actually what Echo the Dolphin is?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, no. Okay, that's hilarious. Because, I was making the joke because there's all the UFO stuff going on right now, and they're talking about how all the aliens are underwater and...
Yep. No, Echo the Dolphin fights aliens. That's his whole purpose.
Okay. Okay. I thought he was a dolphin.
He is a dolphin.
Who fights aliens.
Who fights aliens.
Somebody has to.
Dolphins and humans are the Earth defenders against the foe, which are the aliens.
Okay. Do you think they're going to show up and be like, why are you guys slandering us? Like in real life?
I mean,
be like, why are you guys always talking about us like we're going to come do something bad?
Right?
Like, you want something to cry about? And be like, no.
No, we were bored. We thought of stories.
And they're like, all right. Well, some of those hit close to home, all right?
That guy looks surprisingly like my Uncle Rudolph. Well, I'm sorry.
Don't be. He's sexy. Weird.
Maybe you think of uncles differently than we do here on Earth. But yeah, I just want another Echo, the dolphin game also.
Clearly, I need to play more Echo games. Dude, I don't know. Underwater games always stress me out, though. I've told
that's true. But man, if they can make it look like the Dreamcast version of it, and then add like these roguelike elements to it, I think that'd just be so much freaking fun.
Look, I'm gonna go ahead and almost guarantee that they could make it look like the Dreamcast one.
I mean, I would assume they could, but I'm asking as a artistic direction that they go in that.
Right.
Direction.
Don't do cell shaded. We don't want to see that.
Right. Like I don't want to see hand drawn Echo. We already lived through the Sega Genesis. I don't want to see bits. I want to see a good looking Echo.
I want to see a nice,
and I mean,
shitty like 1999 3D rendered.
Yeah.
one texture, one color all the way through. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Because, I mean, underwater games are just, they're so beautiful. Especially now that they can actually make water look like water. I just think that it could be both visually pleasing and super fun.
Did you play Subnautica?
Not yet.
Because that was a free game, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I have it downloaded. I'm definitely going to... I'm even looking... Like, they have a version of it on the Switch that is Subnautica and Sub-Zero. Or...
Get over here.
What is it? I think it is called Sub-Zero, like Subnautica Sub-Zero or whatever it is. The patch, or the update to it. It's got both of those on the Switch. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, I can't seem to find one on like PS4 or 5 or something. And I don't want to buy it on my fucking Switch.
Yeah.
So...
Why don't you switch your attitude up?
Because I don't want it on the damn Switch.
What'd the Switch ever do to you?
It doesn't render very well. Below zero.
That makes sense.
Not Sub-Zero, sorry.
I mean...
Sub is below.
Yeah, I was like, that's... Dude, those are synonymous, my guy.
Sorry, so yeah, it comes with Subnautica and Subnautica Below Zero.
Okay, there you are.
Which there is not a PS4 version of.
Yeah, maybe it was just a... Is it a recent release?
Yeah, it's because Subnautica never came out on the Switch before this.
Right.
So now they're making it like buy it on here and you get the thing. And it's like, I don't want it on here.
I want the Liu Kang version.
Right.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think about like an underwater game that I've played that I really like. Seaman was pretty good.
Does that even count as an underwater game? You're not even in the tank.
I mean... Somebody is. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Like I like underwater levels in games, like as a taste, right? Mm-hmm. A little bit of Donkey Kong swimming. I'm okay with that. But if the whole Donkey Kong game was swimming, I'd be like, no, this is not what I want.
Well, I mean, that'd be weird. A whole Donkey Kong game underwater.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I mean. Is like that's how I like water levels. Is like like the Sonic levels. When you're doing like the labyrinth and you're doing the aquatic run and all that stuff. That's a nice. Just give me a second of that. One level, one stage, and then get me the fuck out of there. Because I can't do that.
Well, I mean, if you're... well, I was going to say if you're playing underwater, then you won't have to worry about breathing, but you have to worry about the breathing in Echo. And in a lot of other games, too.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that's... Far Sky...
That's what I didn't like about Lost Planet when that launched.
Oh.
It was kind of the same thing, right? Except it's just thermal.
You're just freezing.
Yeah, you're just freezing. And I'm like, I just don't like being on a timer. You know what I mean? I don't want to like, that's just, for me, that's never been like a fun gameplay element. And it's like, I understand like.
Not a great mechanic, for sure.
Right. It makes sense. It's definitely like something that has to be considered. You have a limited amount of air if you're underwater. Like, we have to put this in the game. Otherwise, people are going to be like, you can't breathe forever underwater. This game isn't even realistic, though, bud. Like, no, you can't be on an alternate planet where it's below 40 degrees without some sort of mechanized suit that's powered by some sort of radiative blood from animals that you kill in the earth, bud.
Chad, that don't make no sense.
That's not even realistic, though. Sorry.
But yeah, other games like Beyond Blue are super fun, but that one's super specific because it's pretty much just a underwater research game. You're just taking pictures of underwater creatures, and then you get to read about research. And
what was the Nintendo one? Where they just did... Nintendo did...
I think that was the
Endless Ocean. Sounds like the most boring goddamn game I've
Somehow, that one was boring.
Because it's Endless Ocean. Like, what?
How
does that even sound fun?
That one, they didn't like really reward you. You just kind of saw shit, and they're like, "Oh, you saw it."
Look at the graphics on your Wii.
Right? But like,
get the hell out of here.
And then
Wii.
like Treasures of the Deep on PS1 is actually really fun as well. That one, you're like a treasure hunter though, and you have to fight like sharks and other like divers to get to treasures first and shit. So you get like freaking bow, or no, that's not what.
What was the game where you just
gun?
What was like the 2D one where you just drop little barrels, just trying to bloop, 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 trying to blow up the subs?
Oh, the Hunt for the Red October.
I mean, that sounds tight too.
I mean, you're the sub in the Hunt for the Red October though. You're not the one dropping the barrels.
There's definitely one where you get to be the guy dropping the barrels because you got to shoot up because there's all the planes coming and you got to dodge the little things, and then there's all the mines coming up from the bottom. You have to drop the barrels before they come up and hit you.
I don't know. That sounds awesome.
It's like a fucking Atari game, some sort of, I don't know. Either that or I'm just having a fever dream again. I don't know what's going on.
That could be true. Or like Steel Diver on the 3DS was actually super fun. Now I'm just talking about freaking water games. There was also...
Oh, yeah. I forgot about SeaWorld Deep Ocean Adventures. That's a good one.
That one doesn't count. Let's see. There was one on the Dreamcast that I have that I haven't been able to play a whole lot of yet. I think it's...
Don't tell me it's Wetrix.
Deep Fighter, actually.
Deep
Yep. I was gonna guess that, and I was like, that can't be the name. But Deep Fighter is actually a super fun one too, where you're just like under the ocean in like a submersive, and you're just shooting at shit and trying to bring things back to the sub base and
just killing helpless animals.
Well, I mean, some are helpless.
I mean,
most aren't.
I'm not judging. It was more of a
Oh yeah.
How much can you get away with before PETA shows up?
But yeah. Sorry. So, gist of that whole conversation, underwater games are my jam. And I always look for them.
And it's funny because it's like, I'm not a huge fan of underwater games. Like I said, I like levels here and there. I can appreciate their... It's like when I got to in Sekiro, for example. Once you get far enough into that game, you can just breathe underwater. And now you're underwater, and you're just a ninja underwater. And you're like, oh, this should be cool. I'm like... Nah, there's sea creatures underwater. They're huge. They'll just eat you. We don't know what's under there.
That's what's so cool about it.
You
don't know what's under there.
No, that's awful.
Yeah.
Nah.
Like the trench. We need to get into that thing.
Need to get up in that trench.
That's where the aliens are really coming from.
Yeah, exactly. What's up, Elon Musk?
Right? Fucking worrying about going up when we should be worrying about going down.
He's like, we're just trying to find the best way off this planet. Seems to be the only way to escape the AI that I've created.
Probably shouldn't have made him. Musk.
Anyhow.
I don't know why I said that wrong. But here we go.
You didn't.
No, I did.
You did?
I don't know. Now I'm messing with you, and I'm messing with myself, too. I'm thinking about it too much. Elon Musk. Yeah, no, we said it right.
No, the dude's name is Musk. That's just weird.
Right.
I just never thought about it because his name is Elon, so that kind of throws you off. And then you're like, but his last name is actually just a word that I recognize. And it's not a good one.
Musk?
I guess it's not a bad word.
I mean, is there a different meaning for
Well,
that word?
Isn't your musk like the way you smell, kind of?
Like a manly musk.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, all the things that show up are Elon Musk. Hold on.
I mean, do you think he like has a definitive like, I don't know,
Smell? A strong smelling reddish brown substance, which is what? Secreted by the male musk deer for scent marking and is an important ingredient in perfumery.
there you have it. The old deer secrets, guys.
Or a relative of the monkey flower that was formerly cultivated for its musky perfume, which has been lost in the development of modern varieties.
There you go. There you go. And then I think as slang, like what is human musk? I think it's like a I don't know. It's in Merriam-Webster. Well, anyhow, either way, musk is like it's a strong smelling thing. So it's like it's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
There you have it, Elon. You get away this time.
Fine. So, those were our answers for roguelike games or light.
Yeah,
games.
let's hear yours. What game would you like to see, and how do you think that would work?
Yeah,
I'm curious.
me too. Because there could definitely be some really fun ones that nobody's made yet. Obviously.
Impossible.
Never mind, they've all been made.
It's all been done, dude. Bare Naked Lady said it 100 years ago.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yep. Everything's derivative.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Sorry. I'm getting hot. I gotta take this off.
Started talking about Elon's Musk. And
I know. That musk got me all musked up.
Yep, there you go.
All right. So, next topic, and I meant for this to flow a little bit better, but Sonic is having their 30th anniversary.
You got a little thing right here.
I got a thingy?
There you go. You got it. Little fuzz from inside the coat, I think.
Yeah.
Sonic 30? Is that what you said?
30th anniversary. How weird is that?
That I'm older than Sonic. That's weird. That feels weird. But also not, I guess.
I was going to say that I'm older than Sonic. I mean, yeah, but I just didn't. I thought I was way older than Sonic.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah, no. I guess, I don't know. I guess Sonic and I grew up together, you know?
Did you, though?
No. He left me behind. I never grew up. I'm actually an idiot.
That son of a bitch.
I'm still just a child trapped in a man's body.
I mean, aren't we all? Yeah.
Quiet. You. I'm back. Everything's fine.
Okay, good. So, yeah, let's see. I was trying to find original work, 1991. Of course, 30 years ago. That math was easy. Sorry, I just didn't do that in my head.
You could have kept that all in the inner dialogue, bud.
I really could have, but I wanted you to know what I was thinking. So here we go.
Was
it his first game was on the Genesis though, right? I'm pretty sure. Hold on.
Well, that was a Master System game too.
Yeah, but I think they kind of ported it down after they made the Genesis one.
I mean, I don't actually know the timeline, but I think you're probably right.
16-bit, came out on the Mega Drive first, and then the 8-bit one came out on the Game Gear and the Master System. So it came out first on Dreamcast / Mega Drive, June 23rd, 1991. Then came out 8-bit, October 25th, 1991.
Well, you know, good thing that Sega always has its 8-bit customers in mind, because, you know, I don't see a need to upgrade just yet to 16 bits. I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait till the price drops a little bit to upgrade to the Genesis or the Super Nintendo. I just feel like
I think that's fair.
They're just too expensive right now, and I mean, the first generation of them always break anyhow.
Right.
So I'm just gonna wait till the price comes down.
And I hear the controllers get all effed up.
Right, exactly. And it's like the customer service, they're super overwhelmed. There's not enough new releases.
Scalpers suck.
Oh, exactly. And I could just buy the same game on my current console, so why would I have to upgrade in the first place? The game's the same. It's just the graphics aren't as good.
Right. We still talking about that or the Genesis, or are we talking about PS5 now?
Apply that to whatever you want.
And yeah, but they're doing a 30th anniversary. Sorry, that really brain farted the shit out of me.
You're like, is this real?
I'm just super. I'm super excited, actually. I feel like they handled this way better than fucking Resident Evil handled their 25th.
Although, I agree.
I was going to say, am I wrong?
No. You're right. Resident Evil, it's not over yet. One.
Isn't it?
No, it's what, June? Not even. It's gonna be June here in a minute.
Yeah.
They still have like a half a year left to do stuff, and they just released a numbered title that is doing pretty good. Got good reviews.
It is pretty fun so far.
And they don't want, you don't want to distract. You don't want to distract people and be like, well, we're also going to do this other Resident Evil thing, and then be like, well, I'm just going to wait for that one because I'm not going to get the new one because I'm going to wait for the new one to drop in price.
That's fair.
It's about the same as the last one anyhow. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they get them to buy the first one, then they're like, psych, we got more shit coming. That's my...
I hope you're right. Because if they don't do anything else, I'm going to be very bummed.
I can't imagine them not doing so. I mean, Capcom is usually releasing shit regularly. You know what I want to see? What was that one called? It was Dragon's not Dragon's Crown, Dragon
Quest?
No, it was the Capcom one. What the hell?
I don't know what you're talking about. But while we're on the Sonic thing still, definitely one of the things that got me super stoked was that they actually announced Sonic Colors is coming out again for PS4, the Switch, and Xbox as well. So,
and here's the other discussion. We were putting together fantasy casts for the voice actors of the game, and I said that they should use the entire cast of the movie Colors to represent the Sonic characters.
Why not?
Right, exactly. It's perfect, dude.
It's horrifying.
It's perfect. You have Sean Penn is...
Eggman.
Sean Penn would be Eggman, but I thought about it. I think Sean Penn would be a good Knuckles.
He would
Right?
Yeah.
And Robert Duvall is definitely Biggs the Cat.
Oh, shit! You just got dunked on, sir. Fucking hard. Damn.
Don Cheadle gets to be Sonic.
Oh.
He's Don fucking Cheadle. He's Captain Planet, my dude.
Captain Planet!
Have you seen that? Have you seen?
Yes.
So,
that shit's amazing.
If you haven't seen Don Cheadle as Captain Planet, stop watching this.
Come back.
If you you're gonna get distracted, but
yeah.
Go watch that because it's that's some good stuff.
Hell yeah. And so yeah, just beyond Colors, and then we're also going to be getting this new Sonic game, which we don't know what it's called yet.
I think it's going to be Sonic Run.
I think it is just going to be Sonic Zap, and everybody's going to be like, "Oh, well, that was easy." I don't know why the hell they'd ever call it Zap. Maybe he teams up with Pikachu for some fucking reason, but...
I mean, maybe he gets some lightning powers. Maybe they actually try to upgrade Sonic in some way. Because, I mean, what was the last move he got? What was the homing spin? Like the aerial spin dash? And that was like Sonic Adventure 1.
Yeah. I'm trying to think beyond that. I mean, in Colors, he gets a bunch. I don't think any of them really last, though, because it's depending on which color thingy you're using.
See, I never played that one.
It's a good one. Definitely one worth picking up when it comes out again. That way you don't have to play it on your fucking Wii, which is the worst console ever.
It's also on the DS.
Right, but that's a different version.
Oh.
Like, it's not similar.
Yeah, that's a different version.
That'd be cool, though,
Dummies.
if that one was as, like, a download or something. That'd be fun. I'd be down to play the DS version again. Mm-hmm. The hell was I talking about?
Sonic Colors.
Sonic Colors.
We're excited for it.
I'm super excited. I'm really excited for this new game. I hope it's in the vein of Sonic Adventure.
I mean, that's what they said. It's a 3D Sonic game, so that's That's the difference, right? The Sonic
Yeah.
adventure games were the 3D ones.
Yeah.
Except for Sonic 3D.
Ugh, never. Or Sonic the Hedgehog.
2006?
Also 3D and really bad.
Dude, that one was 4D.
Dude. Even Raph, my 4-year-old son that loves Sonic to death, he played that game for like 5 minutes. He's like, Dad, this is bad.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever even heard him say like that phrase in that exact way.
This is bad, Dad. This
is bad.
This isn't good. Can we do something else? I feel sick to my stomach, Daddy. I remember. Yeah.
It's like,
it gets really serious.
it's like, all right. And then he played Sonic 2 on my phone for like 40 minutes, and then he felt a lot better.
Yeah, me too, actually.
And then I felt like a piece of crap for letting him play on my phone for 40 minutes straight. But
Nah, you know what?
some days you just kind of, you got shit you got to get done.
Well, and also, I mean, the poor boy had to play the
I know.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
He had
Was
to
it the
get it out of his
360
system.
version or the PS3
It
version?
was the PS3 version.
Oh,
It's the even worse one.
it is because I'm sorry. The PS3 controller is inferior to the Xbox 360 controller. Now, personally, I like the PS4 controller better than the Xbox One controller, but
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there.
The PS3 one is definitely
It just felt chintzy. It was just too small.
Yeah, it's very small and very weak feeling.
Very weak. And it is actually weak. The way that they build it is like, if you flex it, it starts to just move buttons and stuff because the ribbon cable just like sits on top of the board and then screws down tight, but it doesn't actually like click into anything. Or It's really weird. I hate the way those are built.
Weird.
I didn't set a timer again, by the way.
That's okay. We're good.
Okay.
I paid attention. But yeah, they had a bunch of other cool stuff that they announced with the 30th, like a 30th Hedgehog Encyclospedia. That actually looks
How
like
much
it's
is it?
well, like the fancy version I think is $80 when I looked it up on Amazon. Then there's a not fancy version for $50. So I'm probably gonna get the not fancy version because it does sound like it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's all about like developer notes, like how they developed Sonic, why they gave him certain powers in certain games, why they went directions that they did. I think that'd just be a fun read. Definitely some fun history there.
Yeah. Who is Sonic? Where does he come from? Who is his papa?
Chase. They have that awesome giant Eggman robot battle set that's coming out.
I mean, listen.
That thing looks fucking fun.
It looks really cool. I'll say this. Sometimes the Jack stuff isn't the greatest.
Oh no.
Sometimes it's really cool. It's hit or miss, so we'll see.
Okay, so
I
we'll
don't know.
see.
I'll probably get some for the shop either way, just because people like to get those just for display. But like as functional toys for them to be like, there's supposed to be this one, right? And it was just like a little Sonic, and you put him on a thing, and then you had a slider, and you went, and he went around the loop, and you're like, oh, Sonic.
Oh.
But like, it just wouldn't.
It wouldn't go around the loop?
It wouldn't go. It was.
Damn it.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, because this one's supposed to burst apart if you hit it in the right spot. And I'm telling you right now,
what
both me and Raph would love to play with that.
True. That's
So-
true. I can confirm.
Yeah. I'm feeling like that one's a purchase for me as well. Apparently, I fucking love Sonic, and I did not know this about myself until like a year and a half ago.
Well, I mean, you never gave yourself a chance to open up to Sonic. Let Sonic in your heart.
I never did.
Okay, you got to let Sonic in your heart. He's there for you and me. He died for our sins.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
But,
Sorry, I always confuse Sonic with Jesus.
I mean, how could you not? They both just had such great hair. And this other one that made me laugh, though, is fucking King Ice made... They even, like, the description on the website for this, King Ice is, like, jewelry.
Sure.
And I'll flash the image so you know what the hell I'm talking about. For the fans dialed into hip hop culture comes the Sonic the Hedgehog 30th anniversary jewelry collaboration with King Ice.
I mean, I'm all about the hip hop culture.
And I'm never ever buying that.
That's, dude, I need give me them shadows, bro.
Yeah, and then if you click the order now, It just goes to a 404 page. It's like, nope, that does not exist.
King Ice is like, yeah, we're not actually doing that
like,
shit.
Fuck you guys. We're not doing that.
Do they? Isn't this like happening right now?
Yeah.
This is their current promotion.
This is. I'm looking at the Sonic 30th anniversary website.
Dude, I'm all tuned into hip hop culture. I'm trying to get me a Shadow bling, bro. I need
You
that
want
necklace.
that Knuckles?
Hell no. If I'm gonna get Knuckles, you know what I'm gonna get? Some rings.
Oh shit! Like spikes.
Yeah.
Spikes.
Well, either that or it'll just be like if I'm gonna get Knuckles' face, it'll just be Knuckles' face, just on a big ass fucking ring.
A big fucking face.
People be like, "What is that?" And I'll just be like, "My Knuckles,
bitch." Perfect. Then there's some other stuff. The other stuff is like a comic collection, which is like a bunch of small stories, and then children's T-shirts of Sonic, but I can't fit into those, so I don't care.
You can if you try. I mean, fit is relative. There's a lot of people that wear a lot of shit that doesn't fit.
Not comfortably fit and be able to eat without being harassed in a mall food court.
I mean, if you're not getting harassed in the mall food court, you ain't living.
That's true.
That's
You're
all
just
I gotta
not
say.
eating right.
Yeah, you're just not eating right. Okay, well, good for Sonic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good job, Sonic. You're still alive, just barely.
I'm pulling for you, Sonic.
If you didn't license out to Nintendo every once in a while, fucking Sonic.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
Sonic.
There's no need to bring that up.
Mario is just leaving. Your money's on the side table. Sonic's just. Did I do that?
Just to make sure I win in the speed race.
You try to race me again, you won't ever walk right again. Okay.
Damn it, Mario. You're violent.
Dude, Mario is fucking crazy, dude.
I'm sure Luigi has some form of PTSD just from abuse.
I think Luigi is more like the silent killer type, just the... You know what I mean? Just the quiet guy in the background is like... Ho, 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 ho.
The real Quentin Tarantino of the group, you know, in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Situation.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, I'm glad you specified, because most of the time, Quentin Tarantino won't... I love Quentin Tarantino as a director, but he's just like, can I say the N-word? Like, that's... I mean,
you're not wrong. That's why it's funny. Shit. All right.
Good old Quentin. Just wants to be one of the homies.
That's true. Who doesn't?
I mean,
all right. MGM has been purchased.
Finally, by whom?
Amazon.
Of course.
Yep.
I mean,
why not?
Amazon's like, we got TV movies too. We'll buy this movie studio.
Hopefully that just means all of the James Bond movies I don't own will go up on Amazon Prime. And then I don't have to purchase fucking Octopussy. Which is terrible.
The movie?
That one's horrible. Yeah.
Is it?
The only cool part about that one is the car that turns into the submarine when it hits the water. That part is fucking dope. The rest of it is terrible.
Sam's a big Bond guy. Sam will be like, no, this is impossible. The best Bond. Like, he'll let you know all about the gabagool.
I mean, if you feel Octopussy is one of the better James Bonds, you let me know right now, and I want to know why. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just want to know why.
Sure.
Because I have a million reasons as to why not.
Sure. I haven't watched a lot of Bond movies. There's so many.
There's 24 of them.
That's too many. That's too many. I haven't watched 24 of anything. I haven't watched 24 episodes of anything. No, I'm just kidding. I have.
I was going to say, Great British Baking Show?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I've seen way more of that than I've ever intended on it.
Me too. And it's never because I choose it.
Oh, this looks delightful. Let's have a look here. A little bit of orange crush. It looks very good.
This is
it's shite! It's fucking shite!
I'd watch it if it was like that.
Yeah, no, that would be tight. And then it's just some old lady who's just like, I'm so sorry, master. I'm so sorry. I'll try again next time. And then they're like, how do you feel? And she's like, obviously terrible. I'm fucking scared right now. Is somebody going to stab me?
Good, now go attend the horses.
Yes, now go sniff all boots.
Didn't know is that we've trained the horses to kill.
Yeah. And then they got that one like comedian dude who's like, hey, I'm kind of goofy and awkward. Am I a creep or not?
Have you seen those new ones with like the fucking guy from Alice in Wonderland plays Tweedledee and like the fat round one?
No.
Can't remember his name. He acts
James Corden.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell his name is at all, funny. But they act like he's funny, but every time he talks, you could tell everyone in the room is like,
shut the fuck up.
This fucking guy.
Sounds like Patton Oswalt.
Yeah,
he's just like
you just forgot about your strange hatred of Patton Oswalt.
I don't hate Patton Oswalt. I don't know. He just always looks like he's got to take a shit.
Yeah.
Even when he's like, I'm kidding. I don't know Patton Oswalt at all. Honestly, I haven't.
I love Patton Oswalt.
I know so many people do, and I think that's why it's funny because he seems like a genuinely like nice guy. It's all good intentions, and he's like for the people, and he's just kind of like this lovable little stumpy guy, and you're just like, fuck Patton Oswalt. like
what?
Exactly.
Why would you say that?
Because fuck you.
Because someone has to say it. Patton.
No, Patton. You keep doing you, baby. Go get it, queen.
But yeah, I don't know. Do you have a favorite James Bond movie, or even a favorite James Bond?
I mean, I'm gonna go with the corny answer here and just say I love GoldenEye. I mean, I like the movie. That's what got me into James Bond. Like I was watching James Bond movies before, kind of like my grandpa would watch them and stuff. But that was the one that was like my era's James Bond. Like 97. I was like 11 or 12. The game came out. It was like
that was definitely a leap, like a huge change for James Bond when Brosnan took over, because it went from like sly, like actual spy movie to, oh, this dude's got gadgets and he's willing to blow some shit up.
Yeah, and I mean like
not that he never did before, but
I mean Brosnan was just like I don't know. He pulled it off, man. He was the perfect Bond for the perfect time. I'm not saying he's the best Bond. I'm a Connery guy myself, but
yes, shaken.
Yes, one being only. That's a different movie.
You expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
Oh.
Sorry, I can't do the other guy. I don't even know if I could do Sean Connery very well. But
it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I don't know. Not that I'm the expert. But anyhow, yeah, I mean, Sean Connery's probably my favies.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'd say Pierce is probably a close second. I mean, I like Daniel Craig a lot, too.
Hell yeah.
Daniel Craig is killer. He's just a little too... Okay, this is going to come out weird, but he's a little too white for me. He's just... he's like almost albino. He's so fucking... Like, I mean, his hair and his eyes are like piercing, and you're just like... It's like looking at the sun. You're like, Jesus Christ, dude, how could you ever be a spy? You stand out in a crowd. He's like powder.
Shit, I'm never not going to see that now.
You'll be like,
yeah, those are definitely my three as well. Although, does anybody have a different answer than that?
I'll tell you right now, Sam will have a different answer. I don't know what it is, but it will not be. I don't know.
I mean, the only other, like, three is Roger Moore, the dude that got to play it once, and the other guy that played it, like, twice. I don't know either of their freaking names.
I mean, okay, well, maybe, I don't know. Sam? If you're out there.
We defer to you, sir.
Yeah, let's hear your opinion. You're
really
so
does
fucking smart.
Because, yeah, it really does depend on what kind of Bond I want to watch that day.
Okay, let's ask the people of the internet who have made it this far. Who's your favorite Bond?
And why?
Well, maybe why is hard. He's got a nice chest hair. Well, favorite Bond. You know what? My thing is always with Bond movies, though, is the villains.
Oh, yeah. Villain
that's
makes
like,
or breaks it.
And I'm trying to think, because it's like, obviously, like, Scene Bean was pretty good.
Scene Bean. Shit. You got me. It's like, who the fuck is Scene?
Yeah, Scene Bean. Yep. Damn. There it is.
Okay.
Anyhow.
Because, yeah.
As what? Number 7? Number 6? He's number 6.
Number 6.
006. Hello, 006. It's me, M. Hello.
Fucking M. I was...
Fucking M. We're just talking about Bond now. Okay.
I'm just so happy when she left the fucking movies. I hate her so much. Her acting is...
Are you talking about the old lady?
Yeah.
All right, 006. No, I don't know. It's hard to be an old lady.
I'm sure it is. These days. But, God... I don't know. Every time she, like, threatened Bond, I was like, fuck it. I don't know. Punch her. Shit.
That's what I do to every woman in my life. Are you a person of authority?
Fuck.
Fucking die.
I don't know.
I'm kidding. I know you don't punch women that often.
Yep. That is horrifying. But no, like, fuck. You work in that line of work, you would have to be able to physically own people. That came out terribly wrong. Well, like, you'd have to be able to destroy somebody physically to be in charge of them.
I don't think that's true at all. Look at the president of your country. Yeah, I'm sorry, but Biden, I will snap Biden in half over my knee. I love it. Whatever. Okay.
Right. I got you. I see what you're saying. I don't know. It's just something about the way that they play M. I fucking hate M.
Well, because she's supposed to be like, tough talking, you know what I mean? Like,
that's probably what it is. She talks like she could beat the crap out of somebody. I mean, it's like, shut up.
But she knows that she's got power in other ways, right? She'd be like, I'm gonna flip this switch, and then the door's gonna go, and then there's gonna be a laser that comes out. I don't know.
Right. I feel like it's because whenever she does like threaten people, it's like, and Bond, if you ever come into my house again, I'll kill you. Be like,
why don't you just be honest? You're not going to... I keep doing this stuff, and you keep making these empty threats.
Right? Like,
maybe that's why these foreign governments keep running over us.
Okay.
Whatever happened to accountability, John?
I don't know. It's just gone now.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Nintendo Switch Pro. We still don't know anything.
That's not true. We don't know anything for sure.
So what do we not know for sure?
We don't know that there's a 720p OLED screen, that it outputs in 4K, that it'll use your same controllers. It's got a slightly bigger dock. I mean, those are the big ones. That's what everybody wants. It's like they're taking the bezel. You know the bezel on the screen? So it's like...
Yeah.
They're just shrinking that. So instead of that big-ass bezel, it'll be like... And they're going to make the screen bigger. Oh. So it'll just be... I mean...
Just slightly
from
bigger.
What the leaks or the rumors, whatever say is... that's what it's going to be.
So not like substantially bigger at all then, huh?
As far as the console goes?
Yeah.
No, I don't think they want to increase the size of the console at all.
Bummer. I was hoping... Like, not big... But, I was hoping for like an extra inch or two. Just an extra inch or two would be nice.
Hold on, let me put away my Nintendo Switch 2.
Whatever. You'd like it to be bigger than what it is right now.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, those are the big things, right? 4K Switch, these leaks keep coming out. But the other big news about it, allegedly, this could be coming out as soon as September or October. Now that's big news.
Bull. There's no way it's coming out that soon.
I mean, when was the last time you saw a shipment of Switches?
Never. I don't see shipments of anything.
I mean...
When was the last time you saw a shipment of Switches? That's
a normal shipment of Switches. The last time I got one was February.
I see.
And I think, I mean, the productions, that it's already been in production, right? So it's like the reason these leaks are happening is these accessory makers and other people are starting to get information because it's in production, right? So when something starts being made, obviously more people have access to it in general, right? The product itself, they have to like develop all these pieces for it, and just more people know, so the information starts like coming out after production starts a lot more. So if that's true, that would be cool for the scalpers.
Shit. That's true.
I won't get any, so.
Bummer.
I mean, shit, I'll get me. I got me. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
Would you play with a Switch Pro? Do you care? Unless it plays Doom.
I mean, they're going to pull, and I would love a Doom copy of 2016 on the Switch. But of course now they're skyrocketing for fucking stupid reasons. Shit. People. Stop getting into what I'm into afterwards.
Hey, I already made that joke last week.
Did you?
Yeah, well, I mean, kind of. It was the garage sale thing.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Is Doom on the
yeah,
$70?
$70.
I mean, that's a new copy. It's not going to go down.
It should.
It's not going to.
That's not 5-year-old game.
That's exactly why it won't
but
go
the
down.
used copies aren't much less either.
That's why you buy a new one. Which means it's holding its value, meaning there's not many on the market.
Right.
And the digital code's still $60.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that price is going to keep climbing.
Right.
If you want one.
I know.
FOMO.
Fuck.
FOMO.
And
FOMO.
Well. And all this crap that's happening now at the PS1 games.
It's insane.
That's bugging the shit out of me too. Because I've always been collecting PS1 games, and now it's just a pain in the dick, and everybody's like, oh, I want that shit too. It's like, no, you fucking don't.
That shit's garbage.
I know you don't want it.
Why would you want this shit? I grew up with it.
Right? Like, I want it because I'm going to play it. What the hell you want it for?
Well, you see, it's technically an asset class now. It's got 5 to 8% growth year over year, so it's part of my portfolio.
I know. It's driving me crazy.
I mean, hey, what are you going to do?
I mean, I'm just going to wait for all you people to stop pretending like you care about the PlayStation 1, and then the prices will go back down again, and then I could buy stupid copies of games that are terrible for $5 again.
That's never going to happen.
Oh, it's going to happen. I'll wait till I'm like 60, but I'm going to wait.
You're going to wait forever. This is like, if you want something, especially something that's like that old now, the longer you wait, man, the longer you wait. It just keeps going up, just keeps going up. And it's like, for the longest time, when we opened in 2009, and then there was like the big like first big retro boom. Like, a lot of people don't, like, right now is probably maybe a little bigger than the last one because there's so many more markets that got affected with the sealed stuff and like all of the specific stuff. But it's like, when the retro boom hit in like 2009, 2010, the first time around, we said the same thing. We're like, oh, there's no fucking way that these prices are going to hold. Shit's going to drop. And it, these are things going from like $20 to $30 or $20 to $40, and now this stuff's like going from $40 to $100 or $40 to $150.
It's driving me crazy.
Like, look up Diablo. I mean, that one's always been rare, but Diablo on the PS1, that's the only 2-player version of the first Diablo. $150 now. Yeah, see,
160.
It was $80 for like 10 years.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It just, and so, the big discussion or the internal monologue that I have all the time, obviously, like, running the game store and stuff, and
right,
trying to evaluate our inventory and what it's going to do. At this point, it's like, even if things go back a little bit, they never go back enough to be able to like time the perfect buy. Right. And so it's almost like, unfortunately, the best time to buy is always now. Especially on stuff like this. Like, if we're talking about something that's like new or going to be more being made or whatever. You know, obviously
Right.
it's like just get it later. It might drop in price. But Parasite Eve on the PS1,
Dude.
that's just going to keep...
The thing that bums me out about that is because I've been looking for Parasite Eve 2 for literally years.
It's like 75
But I
bucks.
always wanted to find it like in person because, I don't know, I'm that weird person where I'll buy shit off eBay and all that, but only when I really, like, I've stopped looking because I can't fucking find it. And I always felt like I was close to Parasite Eve 2. But, like, I think I found it one time and it was like 120 bucks. I was like, nope, fuck that, I'm not buying that. And now I think it is around 150.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just sucks because there are legit games that I've just been looking for forever, and either I never saw them, or when I did see them, they were like brand new, so people were like, "Oh, I could charge out the butt for it." And it's like I don't need it new. Yeah, 160, 130, 200. It's like shit, dude.
I mean, disc-based games in general are just difficult because one thing that hasn't started to hit this market, and I think it really should, is condition. Like the card market, for example, has their heavily played, moderately played, lightly played, near mint. We need that in the video game industry. We need to have like a generalized like grading system that every store, every person, every there's just a kind of an agreement on here's what falls within these guidelines, so we can actually assess what specifics are worth, because it's like, it comes down to the cover art, it comes down to the actual, like, is it the original jewel case, even in some instances,
Right.
with like Saturn games and stuff like that. I would like to see that implemented on a wider format, just to help people make buying decisions. Like, hey, I'm going to spend $300 on this near mint copy of Xenogears rather than $250 on a moderately played one, or $300 on a moderately played one, but they're the same game with the same pieces. So you kind of have to decide, like, well, is the condition on this worth whatever? And I don't know.
Right.
It's just a facet, I think, that we could improve on as an industry.
Then like this mofo, Pandemonium PS1 complete in-box authentic black label. It's like, yeah, doesn't count as complete if you're missing the back freaking printout, you turd.
And I mean, again, and that's where I think like video games are starting to see the card buyers are starting to get into it bigger and bigger, more and more and more, because they do see the limited nature of it. It's not a game getting reprinted isn't the same, right? So it's like they remaster or re-release a game. It still doesn't feel the same. Like, I feel like even a card that's reprinted, right? Like if they were to reprint a Black Lotus or something, you got the original card and you got this card, and you're like, okay, cool. And they functionally work the exact same way.
Right.
Whereas a video game, even if they re-release this game, they would have to re-release it on a new platform. It wouldn't functionally be the same, because this original version would only work on the retro console. Right? So it does provide a different experience and access to a different, just experience overall, I think, which is why people, I think, will hold these in higher regard eventually than maybe even the card stuff. But it's hard to say. I mean, cards are just so crazy right now. And I feel like video game collecting is a younger hobby, like, than card collecting. Because, I mean, sport's been around for so long. So
Right.
What are you looking at, Overblood?
Oh, Overblood is always pricey. But Gex. $33 for Gex. Shit. I love Gex. I love that first one. But $33? You fuck off. Just kidding.
I mean, the other piece of it is inflation.
Right.
That's
really all I'm mad at. I'm just mad that I didn't have infinite funds when I was a kid, and I could have just bought all the shit that I wanted when I wanted it. Because then I would have bought all this shit for like $200 flat. I would have had like the whole library.
I mean, dude, I've bought entire libraries for $200 flat, and then I sold them all for $300, and now they're worth $1,000. I'm like, No, I'm just kidding. I mean, not kidding. But
that's just the way it goes.
That's the way it goes. It's part of the biz, but it's still, there's some pieces that I really regret selling that I'm like, even back then I was like, maybe I should hang on to this. And I'm like, nah, I could use this $200. And now I'm like, fuck, that's like $2,000 now. Like, damn it.
Yep.
But it is what it is.
Right. I mean, when would you stop just hoarding things at that point?
When it stopped working out for me.
Nah.
When I had to sell it. And I mean, I hoard some stuff now.
Right.
But I've learned my lesson a little bit. Like, the biggies I hang on to. But other than that, it's mostly like, all right, just sell everything and regret it later.
Right. Good stuff. Let's see. What time is it? We got like 5 minutes.
Countdown begins.
Yep. Pokemon Chilling Reign. It's a new trading card set.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about it.
If you like Pokemon, come on down and check out them Chilling Reigns.
Yep. Because you won't be able to find it at Target or Walmart.
Which is crazy. So yeah, Target and Walmart no longer selling Pokemon cards because people were fighting each other and the vendors and just stealing stuff and just being real dingbats. We've definitely implemented some different procedures. So being from a video game background, video games didn't sell out. That's just not a thing that really happens. They just print them. They print more than enough most of the time, too much, and then it immediately drops in price.
Right. Like day after.
Yeah, like it's getting better because I think these companies are realizing what they're doing to themselves by setting that expectation. Because everybody's like, well, fuck it, right? That's always the thought. I'm just going to wait for it to go down in price. Well, what if it doesn't?
Right.
Because, like, look at the Bethesda games. They don't go down in price. They're $60. Like, Wolfenstein 2. Fucking Doom we were just talking about.
Yep.
But anyhow, I can't, we were doing that for 10 years before we started doing cards, and it's just insane that the card stuff, like, I don't even remember what got me on this topic, but video games
Pokemon Reign.
Oh, Chilling Reign. Yeah. That's going to be crazy because that shit's going to sell out for sure.
Easily. Like, handily so, I would imagine.
And I'm ordering more Pokemon boxes than I ever ordered. Well, I won't say ever. And I won't generalize that way because there's been some big releases that we've ordered a ton of games for.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 2 and stuff. But, I mean, for 98% of video game releases, we're ordering more Pokemon boxes which is, it's crazy to me to think that the business has turned, like, that's how big that industry is right now. Video games are a huge industry. One of the biggest entertainment industries. Yet in a local setting, we sell more cards. And it's not because of digital sales. You know what I mean? Like that I don't attribute it to that at all because our sales of new games aren't going down. We're always selling more and more year over year, but card stuff is almost, after being introduced, immediately outselling video games on a local level. Which seems crazy. I don't know if it's just...
That does feel so crazy, though. Because I definitely remember a time when, like, you were not a weird person, but it was odd to find a person that played a trading card game.
Yeah, I mean,
like if you played one, it took a while to find somebody else to play one. And you were lucky if they happened to play the same one that you did.
Yeah. I mean, Magic came out in 1993. And that's kind of like the gold standard for when TCG was a thing, like where you could like get a collectible card that also served a purpose in a game.
Right.
And it is really crazy because video games obviously were around way before that, but since then it's like there's so many. There's Pokemon, there's Weiss, there's Flesh and Blood, there's Force of Will, obviously Magic. A billion others, Argent Saga, fucking 1,000 dead games.
Xena and Hercules.
Yeah, just like
the Ninja Turtles had one.
Dang, have you bought those?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a deck of those as well.
Sick.
Literally no one else did, and that's why they died. What else have there been? Oh man, there's just been so many trading card games. It's been crazy.
But and not to say that Magic was maybe the first one, but I think it was the first one that just like went off.
Right.
Like, and was like, okay, this is something that is a viable type of business or game or whatever. But yeah, now Pokemon just fucking reigns supreme with their demand. It's insane. People are just murdering each other, like legit murdering each other.
Which is it's so weird because you would think Dragon Ball would be doing better than Pokemon right now. Because the card prices are ridiculous on those. Like, there's one card or something that I heard it was like $3,000 if you pulled it like today.
Yeah.
And it's only like 5 months old or something. It's like, man, you have to go back decades to get a card worth $3,000 in Pokemon.
It's true. I think the biggest difference is just the install base. You know what I mean? The Pokemon franchise between the video games, the cartoons, the cards.
It is the most well-known franchise of all time by this point, I think.
I mean, Dragon Ball's right up there with it.
Right.
Like, Dragon Ball's, they have all the same shit. Card game, fucking video. They got a million video games, TV shows, movies.
Yep.
But I don't think Dragon Ball has ever resonated with the ladies quite the same.
Mm.
You know, none of my, like, growing up, none of my, like, female friends were always like, yo, I want to be Bulma. I want to just complain all the time and drive around a ship. Like,
not a great.
Was there one chick that, like, fought in that show besides, like, Android 17? Android
17.
That was like season 4 though.
Yeah, that was back in the day, and then they just turned her into a baby churning machine anyway.
Krillin's baby turning machine, which is the worst. That's the most like disgraceful thing that you could become is Krillin's fucking Krillin's sex doll, dude.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what. Do you think Dr. Gyro is just rolling over in his grave like that little fucker?
I'm just trying to think of any other, like kick-ass females.
Yeah, that show didn't really feature that. Toriyama just didn't think the chicks were cool.
Apparently not. Shit, I can't think of any others.
Because I mean, Chi-Chi was just a nag. Like in Dragon Ball Z, I never watched Dragon Ball, and I know that she was a big part of Dragon Ball, but I watched mostly Dragon Ball Z.
Isn't that who Goku's married to, right?
That's who Goku fucking knocked up and then is never, ever talking to. Yeah, he avoids her at all costs.
Right, which it's always just so... Because, I've never
she's
really
always chilling
watched...
with Master Roshi. Master Roshi's like, come here, Chi-Chi.
But yeah, they always have, like, Goku afraid of her, but it's like, that's because she's his wife. So he respects her, so that's why he doesn't want to upset her. Like, but yeah, she's not, like, badass, though.
I mean... You're right. She couldn't beat Goku in a fight. But I think the thing is she could, like... She's like, no, Goku, I can hit you with a chair or something, you know? And he's like, oh, Chi-Chi, why are you going to do this to me?
Right.
Why you treat me like this? Chi-Chi, come on.
She's Lois Lane.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what these accents are.
I don't know either.
This is me not trying to... Yeah.
That is boggling my mind. It just feels like there should be...
A badass chick, right?
A badass female, but I can't think of one.
There's not. Even the shitty dudes are just dudes. Raditz sucks. Fucking... Raditz. I mean, Yajirobe, Tien, even the, like, kind of shittier side characters that are still, like, kind of badass are just dudes. Chaozu, fucking Hercule... Even all of the villains. There's not even one female villain, is there? Well, I guess Android 17. She's the one.
Right. I don't know any of these names.
Well, you know there are new ones in the new show, like in Super.
Oh, okay.
Kaba, somebody's kid, and then there's
Launch
or something.
Okay. But yeah,
Pan.
I mean, just from the Dragon Ball Z that I watched, I can't think of any, but I am obviously not up to date with all of it because I can't be.
I think it's a travesty, personally. But I think that's why Pokemon was so much bigger.
That makes
fucking
sense.
from the very get go, bam, you got Misty.
Hell yeah. Misty
got
kicked the shit out of Ash, too.
Straight up. Misty was a badass.
She kicked the shit out of Brock, too.
And that's why...
easily.
Yeah.
Fucking rock Pokemon against water.
Well, and also, I think she would just beat Brock's ass because Brock would just be like... I think a million times over that happened where she's just like hitting him with frying pans. Ding, ding, ding,
Right.
ding, ding.
I was in love with you too, Misty. It's okay. Don't feel bad, Brock.
Not into redheads.
No?
Not my thing.
Oh, damn. That's my thing.
He's like, that's a lot of persons say. I'm definitely the minority, I think, in the not redhead thing.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I think it's just because my family was so into like being like the Irish, and I was kind of the odd duck because it wasn't like that was like their like I was, my stepdad was really into like we're Irish, but he's my stepdad, so I'm like I'm not fucking Irish, and so like everything about that whole like I wouldn't say culture necessarily, but kind of right like
it was forced on you. So.
It was forced on me, and I'm like, bitch, I ain't Irish. Like,
that's hilarious.
And so I kind of rebelled against that. I think that's part of it.
That's amazing. I would have never guessed that about your family. That they were obsessed with Irish for a little bit, at least.
It was really weird because it's like half of my family is Mexican, like, and then my other half, my step family is super Irish. And then my biological dad was adopted, so I have no idea.
Well, there you go.
There we go. I'm just the mutt, I have no allegiance at all.
Well, good for you. I don't know. I've never really cared about heritage stuff either, so I'm just a white guy.
Yeah.
What the hell do I have? It's just nothing.
Just a white guy.
Just a white guy. We should probably end it on that. Just me being a white guy.
Just being a white guy.
I mean, we could.
It's white boy summer, baby. Chet Hanks for the win.
Shit.
Chet Hanks.
No!
That's Tom Hanks' son, right?
Yeah.
Chet Hanks. Look up Chet Hanks.
We've talked about this
He'll do some push-ups on Instagram for you.
Fuck.
All right. Night-night. Official sign off.
That got more depressing.